Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Noah and Allie, where confidence grows one conversation at a time. I'm Noah.
Hello, Noah. Hello, everyone. It's great to be here.
Hi, Allie. How are you today?
I am doing great, thank you. And you?
I'm doing great, too.
You look very excited today.
I am. I think we're going to have a really interesting conversation.
I think so, too. Today, we're going to talk about my experience moving to a new city.
So, you really moved to a new city?
Yes, I did.
And how long has it been?
It's been a few months now.
A few months?
Yes, I know it doesn't sound like a very long time.
But I guess a lot can happen in a few months.
Exactly, a lot can happen.
So, how do you feel about it now?
Now?
Yes, now that you've had some time to live there.
I think I have mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings?
Yes, I'm happy I moved, but sometimes I still miss my old life.
I see.
I think that's the strange thing about starting over. You can be excited about your new life and still miss your old one.
That makes a lot of sense.
When I first decided to move, I was really excited. I wanted something different. I think I wanted to feel like I was starting a new chapter.
A new chapter?
Yes, a new part of your life, something different from what came before. My old life was comfortable.
But you wanted something more.
I wasn't exactly unhappy.
Okay.
I just felt like I had been doing the same things for a long time.
The same routine?
Yes, the same streets, the same places, the same routine.
And you started thinking about leaving.
I did.
Tell me about the moment you knew it was time to go.
I remember that moment pretty clearly. I had been thinking about moving for a while, but I kept telling myself, maybe later.
So you weren't ready yet?
I don't think I was.
What changed?
I think I started asking myself a lot of questions. I started thinking about where my life was going.
And you didn't like the answer?
It wasn't that simple.
Okay.
My life was fine. I had a comfortable place to live. I knew my neighborhood. I had friends nearby. I knew where to go when I needed something. Everything felt familiar.
So what was missing?
I wasn't sure at first.
Maybe you just wanted something different.
Yes, I think that's the best way to explain it.
You wanted a change.
I wanted to wake up somewhere and not know exactly what my day was going to look like.
That sounds exciting.
It sounds exciting now.
But not at the time?
Not always.
What were you afraid of?
A lot of things.
Like what?
I was afraid I would regret it.
That's a big fear.
It was. I kept thinking, what if I moved there and hate it?
And
And then I thought, what if I stay here and always wonder what could have happened? That question stayed in my head for a long time.
so you were choosing between two fears.
Yes,
The fear of leaving and the fear of never leaving.
exactly.
I think a lot of people understand that feeling.
I hope so.
So when did you finally say, okay, I'm going?
It wasn't one big moment.
It wasn't?
No, it was more like a lot of small moments.
Tell me about that.
I started looking at apartments online.
Oh, so you were already planning.
I started looking at different neighborhoods. I checked the cost of living. I looked at pictures. I even looked at cafes near the apartments.
The cafes were important, weren't they?
Very important.
I had a feeling.
I needed to know where I was going to get my coffee.
Of course, that's clearly the most important part of moving.
Exactly.
But after you started planning, did the idea become more real?
Yes. And that's when I became nervous.
Because now it wasn't just an idea anymore.
Right.
You could actually see yourself living there.
Yes.
And what did that feel like?
Exciting, scary, and a little sad.
Because you knew you were going to leave your old life behind.
Yes.
Did you tell your friends?
Not right away.
Why not?
I think I was afraid they would talk me out of it. Maybe not on purpose, but when people care about you, they want you to be safe.
But you still wanted to do it.
I did.
So eventually you had to choose.
Yes,
And you chose the new life.
I did.
Even though you were scared.
Especially because I was scared.
What happened after you made the decision?
Well, that's when everything started happening very quickly.
So everything started happening very quickly.
Yes, once I made the decision, there wasn't much time to think.
And then came moving day.
Oh, moving day.
That doesn't sound very exciting.
It wasn't exactly my favorite day. I woke up really early, around 5 in the morning.
5?
Yes, I couldn't sleep anymore.
Were you nervous?
Very nervous. I looked around my room and suddenly realized this was really happening.
You were actually leaving.
Yes.
What was the first thing you thought about?
I thought, I have way too many things.
That's your first thought?
Yes.
Not, I'm starting a new life?
No, I was thinking about my boxes. Anyway, after everything was packed, I finally left.
What did you feel when you left your old place?
That was difficult because I had lived there for a long time. I knew every corner of that place.
It felt familiar.
Very familiar.
And then you were on your way to a completely new place.
Yes.
What was the journey like?
A little strange.
Strange?
I was excited. I was nervous. And I kept thinking about what my life was going to be like.
Did you feel ready?
I wanted to say yes,
But
but not completely.
that's understandable.
When I finally arrived, I remember looking out the window and thinking, I don't know anyone here.
That must have felt strange.
It did.
What did the neighborhood look like?
It was nice. There were small shops, restaurants, trees, and lots of people walking around.
Did you recognize anything?
No,
Not even a coffee shop?
Noah.
I'm just checking.
I'm just kidding. There were coffee shops. Actually, there was one right near my apartment.
So you found your coffee.
Eventually,
And what happened when you got to your apartment?
I opened the door, and everything was completely empty. Almost completely empty.
How did that feel?
A little sad. There were no pictures, no familiar things, nothing that reminded me of home.
Just an empty apartment.
Just an empty apartment.
Did it feel like home?
No, it felt like a place where I was going to live.
So what did you do first?
I think I put my bags down. I realized I was hungry. I had been traveling all day.
So you went out to find food.
Yes.
And did that go well?
Well, not exactly.
What happened?
I got lost.
On your first day?
I know.
How did you get lost?
I walked for about 15 minutes.
And then?
I realized I had been walking the wrong direction.
Oh no.
I stopped and checked my phone.
And?
I was almost back at my apartment.
You walked in a circle.
Pretty much.
At least you found your way back.
Eventually.
And what did you learn that day?
That a new place takes time.
Time to learn the streets.
Time to learn the streets.
Time to find your favorite places.
And time to feel comfortable.
I think that first day told you something. Starting over can be exciting, but it can also feel very unfamiliar.
Yes. And I think that was when I started to understand what I had really done.
What did you mean when you said you started to understand what you had really done?
I think the excitement started to disappear a little.
After the first day?
Not immediately. At first, I was still excited. I was busy unpacking, I was buying things for the apartment, I was exploring the neighborhood.
So you had a lot to do.
Yes, I was busy all the time.
And then things became quieter.
Exactly. One evening, I was sitting in my apartment. Everything was quiet.
And what were you thinking about?
My old life.
Your old home.
Yes, my old home, my friends, my usual places.
Did you miss them?
A lot.
Were you homesick?
I wasn't sure if I could call it homesick at first, because I had chosen to leave.
I see.
I thought, I wanted this, so why am I feeling sad? I had a new apartment, I had a new city to explore. I had wanted to change for so long.
But you still missed what you had left behind.
Exactly.
I think both feelings can exist at the same time.
I think so too.
What did you miss the most?
The small things.
The small things.
Yes, I missed knowing exactly where to go when I wanted coffee. But it wasn't really about the coffee.
Then what was it about?
It was about knowing the place, knowing the people, knowing the streets, knowing where everything was.
You didn't have to think about any of it before. And now even simple things were new.
I remember going to a grocery store and spending way too much time looking for things. That's how confusing it was.
I think we've all had days like that.
Exactly.
But I guess those little moments added up.
They did.
Did you start feeling lonely?
Sometimes. There were days when I really wanted to talk to someone I already knew.
Someone familiar. And you didn't have that yet.
No.
That must have been difficult. Did you ever think about going back?
A few times.
What stopped you?
I kept remembering why I had moved.
You wanted a new chapter.
I can't expect my new life to feel like my old life.
That's important.
I had to give myself time. Time to get used to the new place.
And I think that's one of the hardest parts about starting over. You don't feel comfortable immediately. You have to build that feeling slowly.
I think you're right.
So when did things start to change?
Not long after that.
What happened?
Something very small. But it made the city feel a little less unfamiliar.
So, what was that small thing?
It was actually a very simple moment.
Sometimes the simple moments are the ones we remember.
That's true. I went to a little cafe near my apartment.
You had to find your coffee eventually.
I had walked past the cafe several times before, but I had never gone inside.
Why not?
I don't know. I guess I was still getting comfortable with the neighborhood.
So you finally decided to go in.
It was small and quiet. There were only a few people inside.
And did you like it?
I loved it. The coffee was good.
That's all you need.
Pretty much.
But something else happened there, right?
Yes. The person behind the counter started talking to me. She asked me if I had just moved into the neighborhood.
And then?
We talked for a few minutes.
Was it easy to talk to her?
I think I had forgotten how strange it feels to talk to someone you don't know.
Especially when you're in the new place.
And after a few minutes, I relaxed. She told me about a few places I should visit. A little park nearby, a weekend market, and another cafe.
Another cafe?
Yes.
Another cafe.
Yes.
You were collecting cafes. Well, did you visit those places?
Some of them.
And did that conversation change anything?
Before that conversation, the neighborhood felt like a place I had moved to.
And afterward?
It started to feel like a place where I could actually live. Nothing dramatic happened.
But something changed inside you. You realized you could start connecting with people.
Exactly.
And maybe you didn't have to know the whole city. You just needed one familiar place.
And maybe one friendly person.
Did you go back to that cafe?
The next morning.
The next morning?
I told you the coffee was good. And after that, I started going there regularly.
Did the person behind the counter remember you?
She did.
That felt really nice. Because suddenly someone knew you.
And that sounds like such a small thing.
I think that's how a new place slowly becomes familiar. You started making a real connection. So, how did that small connection become a real friendship?
It happened slowly. We didn't become close friends after one conversation. I would go to the cafe, she would be there, we'd talk for a few minutes.
And then you started talking more?
Yes. A little bit of everything. Work, food, the neighborhood, movies.
Did you have anything in common?
Actually, yes. We both loved walking around the city.
That's a good thing to have in common.
Although she walked much faster than I did.
So she was always waiting for you?
Pretty much. She was very patient with me.
When did you first hang out outside the cafe?
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks later.
What did you do?
We went to the weekend market.
That sounds nice.
There were food stalls, little shops, music.
Did you buy anything?
Of course. Something I didn't need.
But did you have fun?
A lot of fun.
Did it feel different this time?
Very different. Because I wasn't exploring the city alone anymore.
You had someone with you.
And suddenly, places that had felt unfamiliar started becoming memories.
That's beautiful.
It was a nice feeling.
Did you start feeling less lonely
Yes,
and more comfortable?
definitely. I think I stopped thinking so much about whether I belonged there.
You just started living your life,
I started having little routines.
like going to the cafe.
Yes, going to the market on weekends, walking in the park, meeting my friend.
Those things started becoming part of your life. Did you ever tell your friend that she helped you feel more comfortable?
Not at first. I didn't know how to say it.
You didn't want to make it awkward.
Exactly.
I understand that.
I think sometimes we feel something strongly, but we don't know how to say it.
That's true.
But one day, I told her. I told her that meeting her had made moving here easier.
How did she react?
She smiled.
And?
She said something I'll never forget. She said, "I'm glad you're here."
That's simple. But I can understand why you remembered it.
Because when you're new somewhere, you don't always need someone to solve your problems. Sometimes you just need someone to make you feel welcome. And that was the first time I really felt like maybe I could belong there.
Not because the city had changed, but because your life inside the city had started to change.
Exactly.
So after that, did the city finally start to feel like home?
Not completely. I learned that feeling at home takes time.
And maybe it isn't only about the place
Maybe it's about the people too.
and the memories you create there.
Yes.
So maybe the question isn't, does this place feel like home? Maybe, what can I do to make this place feel like home?
I really like that. And I think that was a moment I stopped waiting for the city to make me feel at home.
What did you do instead?
I started making a home for myself.
You started making a home for yourself.
Yes.
So, what does home mean to you now?
I used to think home was just a place.
A house or an apartment?
Yes, somewhere you live, somewhere you know.
But you don't think that anymore.
Not exactly. Because I realized that a place can be familiar without feeling like home.
That's interesting.
My old neighborhood felt like home because I had so many memories there.
The places you'd been to many times.
Yes, the streets I knew, the little shops, the people.
And now you're creating those memories somewhere else. So maybe home is connected to memories.
I think it is. I remember the first time I walked through the park near my apartment. The weather was nice, there were people walking their dogs, children were playing.
And you felt comfortable there.
For the first time, a little.
Because you had seen that place before?
Yes. I had started recognizing it. I knew where the path went, I knew where the benches were, I knew which way to walk home.
You are beginning to know the place. And maybe being familiar with a place makes it easier to relax.
Definitely.
What about people?
People are probably even more important. Because you can live in a beautiful place and still feel lonely.
That's true.
But you can also be somewhere completely new and feel okay if you have people you care about.
So home can be people too.
Yes.
Your friend from the cafe?
Yes, and some other people I met later.
So you slowly built a little community.
I did.
Was there ever a moment when you suddenly thought, okay, I belong here?
Yes. It was a few weeks ago. I was walking home after getting coffee, and I realized I wasn't looking at my phone anymore.
What do you mean?
When I first moved there, I was always checking directions.
because you didn't know where you were going.
Exactly. But that day, I was just walking.
You knew the way.
I knew the way.
That sounds like such a small moment,
It was
but it meant something. You weren't visiting the city anymore. You were living there. Did that make you happy?
very happy.
Maybe that's what starting over is really like. At first, everything feels new. Then slowly, the new things become familiar.
And eventually, they become part of your life.
And maybe one day, you look around and realize you don't feel like a stranger anymore.
I think that's exactly what happened to me.
Do you feel completely at home now?
Not completely.
Still not?
I still have more to discover.
And maybe that's okay, because you don't have to know everything about a place to belong there. You just need to start living there.
And give yourself time.
So after everything you've experienced, if you could go back to the day you decided to move, would you still do it?
Yes.
You wouldn't change your mind?
No, I would still do it. The beginning was difficult, but I don't regret it.
Would you do anything differently?
Definitely.
I knew there was a but coming.
There's always a but.
So what would you change?
I would be more patient with myself.
What do you mean?
I expected everything to feel normal very quickly.
You wanted to feel at home right away.
I thought that once I moved, I would be excited all the time.
But that's not how it works.
No. Some days were exciting.
And some days were difficult.
Some days were really difficult.
And that's okay.
I think I understand that now.
What else would you change?
I would talk to people sooner. I spent too much time waiting for other people to talk to me.
You were nervous about starting conversations.
Very nervous.
Even though you wanted to meet people?
Yes, that was the funny part.
You wanted friends, but you were waiting for friends to appear.
Exactly.
That sounds familiar.
I think it happens to a lot of people.
So what would you tell yourself?
I'd say, just say hello.
That's simple. But sometimes simple things are hard,
Exactly.
especially when you're nervous. Would you tell yourself to explore more,
Definitely.
even if you got lost?
Maybe not alone.
Fair enough.
I learned my lesson. Because the more I explored, the more familiar everything became.
And recognizing places made you feel more comfortable. What about missing your old life?
I would tell myself not to feel guilty about it.
That's important.
I thought missing my old life meant I had made the wrong decision. You can miss something and still be happy with where you are.
That's very true.
I learned that I didn't have to choose between my old life and my new life. I could keep the memories from my old life and still make new memories.
You could carry some of the old with you.
Exactly.
That's a beautiful way to look at starting over. Do you still talk to your old friends?
Of course.
And you have new friends too, including the famous cafe friend.
Yes, the famous cafe friend.
Does she know she's famous?
Probably not.
Maybe you should tell her. So, when you think about your first week in the city, what do you remember most?
How uncertain I felt.
And now?
Now I feel much more confident. I've learned the streets. I've met people. I've made mistakes.
And you've created memories.
A lot of them.
So, maybe starting over isn't really about becoming a completely different person. Maybe it's about giving yourself a chance to grow.
I think that's exactly what it is.
And do you think you have changed?
Yes. I'm more independent now.
I can see that.
I'm also more comfortable with not knowing everything.
That's a big change.
Before, I wanted to know what was going to happen. Now, I'm okay with discovering things as I go.
Maybe that's the biggest thing you gained from starting over. The confidence to begin again. Do you think you had that confidence before you moved?
Absolutely not.
So where did it come from?
I think I built it after I moved. I thought I needed confidence before I started.
But you didn't.
No, I started first and the confidence came later.
That's an important difference. So, what would you say to someone who's thinking about starting over?
I'd say don't expect it to be easy. It might be difficult. You might feel lonely.
You might miss your old life.
You might make mistakes.
You might even walk in a circle looking for a grocery store.
Exactly.
But you would still tell them to do it.
If they really want to, yes. Because sometimes you don't know what your life can become until you give yourself a chance.
That's beautiful.
You might discover things about yourself that you didn't know before. You might discover that you're stronger than you thought.
Or more independent.
Or more open.
Maybe even more willing to talk to strangers.
I'm still working on that one.
Fair enough.
But I am better than before.
What helped you the most?
Doing small things every day.
Such as?
Going outside, exploring one new place, talking to one person, trying something I hadn't tried before.
You didn't try to change everything at once.
No, that would have been too much.
So you took it one day at a time.
Exactly. Some days I did a lot. Some days I didn't do much at all.
And that's okay too.
Yes.
Did you ever have a really bad day?
Okay, several.
Tell me about one.
There was one Saturday when everything went wrong.
Now I'm interested.
I woke up late. Then I missed my bus.
Oh no.
Then it started raining.
And then?
I went to a restaurant I'd never been to before.
That sounds fine.
It would have been fine if I hadn't ordered something I couldn't pronounce.
What did you order?
I don't remember. Anyway, the food arrived.
And?
I had no idea what I was looking at.
Oh no.
I just smiled and started eating.
That's one way to handle it.
It actually tasted pretty good.
So even your terrible day ended well.
Eventually.
And I guess that's another thing you learned. A bad day doesn't mean you made a bad decision.
That's true.
Sometimes it's just a bad day. You don't have to judge your whole new life because of one difficult day.
I wish I had understood that earlier.
What did you do when you had those difficult days?
I called someone from home.
And did that help?
A lot. Sometimes I just needed to hear a familiar voice. I just needed to talk.
That's something we all need sometimes. And after the call?
I usually felt a little better.
Then you could continue.
Exactly.
Maybe starting over isn't about being brave every single day. Maybe it's about continuing even when you're not feeling brave. So, after everything we've talked about today, I wanted to know, what does starting over mean to you now?
I think it means giving yourself another chance. A chance to try something different. A chance to become a little more confident.
And maybe a chance to discover something about yourself?
Exactly.
Could you say that starting over means leaving your old life behind?
No, I don't think that means at all. Because your old life is still part of you.
Your memories stay with you,
Your experiences stay with you.
and the people you care about stay in your heart.
You don't have to forget where you came from to move forward.
I really like that.
I think that's what I understand now.
And if you had to describe your new life in one word,
One word.
yes, just one,
Growing.
growing.
I'm still learning the city. I'm still meeting people. I'm still making mistakes.
Hopefully fewer wrong turns.
Hopefully.
No promises,
No promises.
but you're growing.
Yes.
And maybe that's enough.
I think it is.
You don't have to have everything figured out.
No.
You don't have to know exactly where you're going.
You just have to take the next step.
And then another one,
And another one.
until one day, you're not starting over anymore.
You're just living your life.
I think that's a beautiful place to end. Allie, thank you for sharing this story with us.
Thank you for listening, Noah.
And thank you to everyone listening with us today.
We hope this conversation helped you in some small way.
Maybe you're learning English,
Maybe you're starting something new.
Maybe you're in a new city.
Or maybe you're simply going through a new chapter in your life.
Whatever you're going through,
Remember that you don't have to figure everything out today.
take it one day at a time.
And give yourself time to feel at home.
If you enjoyed listening to our conversation today,
We'd love to have you with us again.
keep listening.
Keep learning. And most importantly,
Keep speaking English. We'll see you in the next conversation.
bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.